Hey guys, stonkanaccis the name, calling sideways is the game. Look at this meme right here. Papa Elon taking care of us, swaddling us like a baby with the Tesla cars and the money. And now let's get into the charts. Fear and greed ticking at a 70. It's a little bit lower, and this is for the S&P 500. And so people are panicking a little bit, but it's all good. We ain't panicking over here. And then looking at Tesla, we called the sideways move in last week's video. I mean, not last week's, yesterday's video, if you were keeping up with us. And so now we're going to be taking a longer term look right now and drawing some trend lines here on where I think it could be going in the future, because it is kind of coming up on a pivot point in Tesla, and we'll get into that in a second. But looking at this logarithmic channel right here, it is broke out of it, and so there's really nothing stopping it, but we could see it come back down and test it. But we'll get back into that once we look at the momentum oscillators. And so now we got this guy on, and we can see it's broke out. So I'm going to take it off and show you guys this. So if you drop a support line here and here, and then take the measured move out of this right here, it would be 168%, and then from the breakout point we'll go 168%. So that measured move was hit. So we know that Tesla has done what it was supposed to do, but there's also another hidden potential measured move to be had off of Tesla stock. So we go from right here, put the magnet on, and go to the low right here, drag it up to the top, and that's 1,845%. And so the bull pull bull flag move would actually be 1,845% from the breakout point. So, and this is longer term, not going to happen tonight, tomorrow, or next week, but over the next 5 to 10 years, I would be looking for this measured move to get hit, and it is at 5,600. So, would be looking for 6K eventually to get hit, but there will have to be some pullbacks in between before that happens. So that's the super macro look, and then we'll also get into this, and there is a trend line on the bottom that has been kind of catching everything off the lows here to here. And then we also have one on the top from here to this wick high right here. So, and we broke out of this, so another way to get the measured move, and we're trying to look a year or two out on this, on how high it could go up. So that's 300%, and then another 385% up from here would be pointed at 5,400. So that's two measured moves pointed at 5K. So I do think once the stock splits, it might mess up the numbers, but that would be a 2x eventually from here. But we'll get into, will it pull back before then, or what's going to happen. And so I'm going to take this off, and we'll jump down to the weekly. And we did Fibonacci from swing high to low yesterday, and I'm going to throw it back on one more time for you guys. And we broke above it at 1816, and it's the golden ratio. And so yeah, the next target is 2678, and then we also have the 2.618 coming in at 5,000 eventually. But not saying that's happening tonight. Just, that's another thing pointing to 5K. So let's take this guy off. The next target is 2678 in Tesla. So we'll throw a line right there so we can keep up with it in the future. And then, oh, my bad, I deleted it. Okay, and then we will delete this guy. Okay, now let me Let me go to the daily. Check this guy out. So we broke out of this pattern right here, and we'll throw it back on as well. Okay, so it's like this, and then the measured move. I think we've hit the measured move out of this pattern. So let's measure it from low to high. That'd be 24% from the breakout, and yeah, hit it to the T basically. So usually when that happens, when you hit the measured move, at least the first one, you go sideways, reset the oscillators, and then you might could pump it. But we'll see. But then there's also one more measured move off of that, and it is the bull pole bull flag from here to here. And I guess that's really the only thing relevant right now if it did break out. We'll do something like this and then throw it up at the breakout point. And yeah, so right about at the Fibonacci. So another target pointed to 2600 if it can keep going. Okay, so now let's take off all these drawings and put on the indicator template. Okay, so now we're going to jump to the higher time frames and work our way in. And so starting with the 12-month, looking good, really nothing to see on the 6-month. 3-month, more of the same, showing pink in the background, getting far away from the EMA, which is kind of worrisome, but nothing to be concerned until the RSI starts turning down. And then on the monthly, we said yesterday there's pink in the background, kind of scary because last time that happened was right here. So something to be aware of. And then we'll jump down to the 2-week, and we got basically just bounced off the EMAs right here and looking bullish on the momentum oscillator, but there is red in the background, and when that happens, usually sideways or down, just like right here. Red in the background, did pump it up, but did have the pullback. So keep in mind we could have a pullback eventually. But that would probably line up with something crazy happening in the markets again. But this has got me super bullish on Tesla right now, and it's the weekly time frame. We bounced the 10 simple on the weekly, which is very bullish. Usually stuff goes down to the 21 on the weekly, kind of like back right here. But it was so bullish, didn't even get down there. And then the RSI bounced the exponential bullish, and then a momentum oscillator bounced the EMAs, which is very, very bullish. So long term, I do think we'll have more upside up to the targets we spoke about earlier. And then we'll jump down to the 3-day, and we have a 3-day green dot saying it's bullish. So as long as the 3-day RSI is in, I'd be looking for another leg up. And then, so the 2-day is looking like it has a lot of room to the upside all the way up to here until it runs into resistance. So keeping that in mind, that would definitely probably push it up to 2K. But we'll see what the lower time frames have to say because they lead into the higher time frames. And the daily, same thing, room to the upside on the daily. 12-hour looking like could be running into some resistance on RSI right there. And then the 6-hour, showing red in the background again. That means sideways in the future or a potential top. Just like right here, here, right here. So yeah, being up at 80 RSI on the 6-hour is is not really where you'd look to be buying. So if nobody's buying there, maybe it could pull back. But again, let's see what the even lower time frames are saying. And nothing to be seen there. Let's see, zoom in a little bit. Okay, so we got the 3-hour golden cross right here. So I do think it'll pull back into the cross, which, well, I take that back. It kind of already did pull back into the cross. And but yeah, yesterday we talked about the 1-hour potentially making it go sideways with the red in the background is like right here. Um, maybe even right here. I'm not real sure, but did go sideways, and now it's followed into the 2 hour, and the 2 hour has bearish divergence. Yeah, take that back. No bearish divergence, but it is rolling down the RSI. So as long as it's above the EMA right here, it says it'll cross down at 1872. I would be looking for more upside, but with the 2 hour looking hot and then the 3 hour coming down, it's kind of hard to say. I think the easy moves have been had in Tesla, and I'd be waiting to potentially buy the dip. But like I said, the weekly is super bullish, so trying to wait for a dip in Tesla is might be hard to come by because we kind of already pulled back. Um, but I do think whatever is good for Tesla is going to be good for traditional markets. And this is the S&P 500, and we're looking at it on the daily, and it looks super bullish. So, I mean, maybe we get another tech pullback or sideways, and then that leads into traditional markets pumping. And so yeah, but we're super bullish on the S&P 500, about to hit all-time highs and push it. And there is a very nice measured move that I'm waiting on myself to get hit. Not financial advice, but let's see. Thought I had it in here already, but it is from here. Okay, from the coronavirus low to the high, 55%. So, and it is a inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And so yeah, 55% measured move up. I'd be looking at 528. And you're like, holy crap, this guy's crazy. There ain't no way. But there's confluence because we have another thing lining up with the 55% measured move. So if we take a fib retracement from high to low, look at that, guys, right to the 2 Fibonacci. And it is 55% measured move, which is to the T. And if you take it again from the low to high, 55.36, which is close enough. So anybody bearish on traditional markets probably don't know what they're talking about. And I'm not saying it ain't going to pull back, because I do think it will, because just like right here, we got the golden cross of the 2155, and that is the white and the green moving average. And the last time that happened, we had a pump up and then a pullback. So we got the golden cross, it pulled back into the cross, and then we got the pump. So is this the last rally until a pullback back to at least the weekly 21? I think it could be, but I think it's just a buying opportunity long term, as just like this happened. And the last time RSI got this low on the weekly, it was all the way back to the 09 lows. And if you look, it rallied for 2 years off of that low, off the monthly. So putting that all together, so you can see right here, rallied for basically 08, 9, 10, yeah, 2 years until it even pulled back. So, could we be seeing another 2-year monster rally in stocks? I do think it's possible, especially if we get the vaccine, Trump gets reelected, glory days in the market. But I'm going to leave you guys off with that, and see you next time.